I don't know how good this is gonna do because my carrier, as in my phone carrier, kind of sucks. There we go. That'll work. That'll work. TJ, you shorten your name. How's it going? CPAP, how's that buffet doing there, Mr. CPAP? Final Burger, he's probably almost fist fighting you to that he's gonna pay for it. James Best, is your wrap done yet, Mr. Best? Big Rich, what's up? Where are you heading there, Mr. Rich? Oh, you're done? Trucker for life. I'm doing all right. Doing all right. Joe Jordan, what's up? Mechanicsburg. I haven't been there in a minute. I used to know that road pretty good. Daniel Adami, Keith James. What's up, guys? What's up? What's up? I thought I would do tornadoes here in Iowa. Dang. Let's turn on the weather here. I kept getting alerts while I was in Indiana that I was in a severe weather zone. Heath Close. How's it going, Mr. Heath? I heard things are moving well for you, sir. H. Salas, however you say it. Oh, let's look at the weather here. Why is the sky falling, Steve? For those of you running the spot market, you've probably figured out by now that rates are not very good. Joe Jordan, you're stuck in California. Sorry, dude. I haven't been there in a minute, even though it's the land of my birth. Oh yeah. There's some nasty stuff going on. Oh, it looks like Missouri is about to get nailed too. There's the Iowa stuff right there. Grabbed the good one for Monday, but it's early. Yeah, I heard. That's a nasty storm heading towards Springfield. Send the wife that picture. So, let's talk about rates for a minute. Oh, you went home sick, TJ? Well, I hope you get to feeling better. Is that why your name's shorter? Because you got sick? Your truck is looking good. CPAP, I haven't seen it yet. If James was nice, he would send me a picture on the phone. Send me a picture. I'm going to send this picture to my lovely wife so she can get a heads up. It's on Facebook. I haven't been on Facebook today. I mean, I kind of have. I checked my notifications, but I haven't gone through the news feed. That's it. That's okay, James. You know, you can just post it on Facebook and not send it to me. I see how it is. Harold was talking to me earlier, and then he got a call, and then he stopped talking to me. I think all the light trucking guys are talking about me. Eye candy. Is it done, James? Just sent it? Okay. You should send it to the other phone. Jeez. Send it to my bat phone. Image. Screenshot. Boink. Send. Man, it's nice. It's the first time I felt below 90 degrees. So I'm sitting here with the windows open. However, there was a truck over here, and then he moved. So he was blocking all the sun. So I'm waiting for a truck pulling forward next to me, and next thing I know, a flatbed does, and he's empty. So I don't have that. It's always hot in Phoenix, Raw Rider. I used to live there. I know. Godson had to check in the shop for something. He'd probably be here in a bit. Beautiful here, low 100s. I don't think you can use that in the same sentence there, TJ. Silly. So is it done, James? If so, they got it done a day early. Or did you just go by the shop and get some stuff done? I've thought about doing the Iron Maiden thing on the side of the truck. Not like a full-blown $2,500 wrap, mind you, but, you know. Day early. Cool. It's a nice, cool 108 here in Dallas. Yeah, Chuck, man, I was looking at the heat index for Dallas and Oklahoma City. And I was like, no, thank you. Low humidity and in the shade. As one thing I like about desert heat is no humidity. Brent in Florida says somebody needs to show the wrap for us non-Facebook people. That is a very good point. See? No consideration, Brent. No consideration. I only have the one number. You have the other. You've sent me text on it. Look at the group text that you and Harold were doing. Nah, Big Rich, that's not true. Hot is hot, doesn't matter, is what he says. No, 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 no. 100 degrees in the desert is just as hot as 80 degrees in, like, Louisiana. I remember when I first moved to Missouri, I was riding my bike, you know, and I was just drenched in sweat. And I couldn't, and I didn't get it because it was like, it's only like 88 degrees, you know? And it's the humidity. Humidity saps the life out of you. So does dry desert heat. But as you can tell by my voicemail, there's not a cloud in the sky. Mr. Burger, it's about time you showed up. I thought maybe you had to be rolled away from that buffet. You're right, you're right. Hot is hot. That's true. So, let's talk about the talk. If you get on Facebook and you follow any of the rate pages, you can see the frustration in everyone, right? Finally, gosh, James. Let's take a look. I was in the shop buying some parts. Parts for what? Your camera? What a ripoff. Well, yeah. Whether it's 100 in Nevada or 80 in LA, don't want to deal with it. Right. Okay, I get you, Big Rich. Being in the trailer helping unload makes me sick. Whoops. It's so dang hot out. Yep. You gotta be careful, Wall Rider. All shops are a ripoff. I need to buy some new quarter fender thingamajiggers. Because mine are rusty. So I'm gonna get shiny chrome ones. Let's see here. Oh, look at that. James sent me his wow. That's pretty cool, Mr. James. That is pretty dang cool. I think it looks good with the chrome too, Roscoe. Okay, Brent. Here, I'll show you the picture. For you non-Facebook people, James went from a plain black truck to that. I don't know if you guys can see that. There it is. That's what it looks like. Let's see if I can... There you go, that's a better picture. I can see it, but not well. Well, Burger, can't help you with that. What James Best will do is he'll go live eventually, because he always does, and he'll use it as a thumbnail. That's pretty cool, Mr. James. You're gonna have to get new. Oh man, you put your like trucking thing on the fairing. That looks cool. Cool. That looks really good, dude. I'm honestly impressed. That looks really good. Excellent, excellent, excellent. That's I'm impressed, man. I really am. That's pretty cool. I was looking forward to seeing it, and man, it's right there at my expectations. Well, I bet you that back was a pain in the butt to do with the stacks and all the stuff right there. I'm impressed there, Mr. Best. That is pretty cool. So everybody check out Other Trucker James Best on Facebook and you can see it. No hood mirrors. Oh, I noticed that. Okay. You don't like them hood mirrors? I like them, man, because they've saved my butt a couple of times. That metallic changes color a bit. Cool. Look at some of the other comments here. Oh, we're just talking about it. I feel better. I think I'm going to see the numbers for a new Western Star. Cool, TJ. Good luck with that. Clamps for airlines. 2 of them for $64. Huh. Hard to see the godsend, he's so tiny. Oh, so you're gonna make fun of Steve for his size. I see how you are. Man, CPAP's always starting trouble. What do you guys think? You will find me in the shadows. I wish I could be as skinny as Steve Berger. But anyways, let's get to the topic at hand. You know, they say it's bad a bad YouTube video if you don't talk about the subject within the first 30 seconds. And I completely failed on that level. The reason why I put the sky is falling, because here's what's going on. So for those of you who have not been trucking for more than a minute, I've been out here for 10 years. I don't know anything. I'm still new. 10 years is nothing to really kind of, you know, whatever, right? Whether you're a company driver or working the spot market or working for a carrier, the market always has a downswing at the beginning of July. July 4th, they're getting the last of the stuff out there, and then that's it. They're done. The shippers aren't desperate to move anything, so therefore we have absolutely no leverage. So if you're a company driver, you're going to tend to sit, or you're going to be doing oddball times. If you're working the spot market, you're going to see rates about 20 to 30% less than what they were just 2 weeks ago. You get on Facebook on the rate pages, and everybody's freaking out. Everybody. And the ones that know, the ones that have been out here a minute, the ones that know that this always happens every year. And you know, I remember as a company driver, I sat a lot after 4th of July. So after the first couple of years, I realized that maybe I ought to take vacation time after the 4th of July. At Landstar, the first 4th of July I did okay, but the second one, it was rough. It was rough. Schneider, it wasn't too bad because the loads just got weirder, the times just got weirder, there was a little bit more cancellations, that kind of thing, but for the most part, it remained somewhat steady, but not like blown away. But last year I took a lot of time off in July, so if I go back and look at my book from last year, I took a lot of time off in July, so I really didn't see the difference in the Schneider stuff. So, but it's going to be like this till about mid-August, depending on what you're hauling, and then Labor Day is when the real fun starts. So keep that in mind. You got to kick into survival mode. If you got money in the bank, you can park your truck. If you don't have money in the bank, then you're going to have to roll for a little less a mile than you were a week ago. That's just the nature of the beast. So you got to go with your daily rate. And you know, the only issue I'm really having as far as like dealing with this downturn is I was talking to 4 different drivers today that are all working the spot market, and they're all seeing the same thing as far as like load and unload times. You know, we're all shipping at night now, all of a sudden. Seaburger doesn't have any money because CPAP made him buy him dinner. I know, that's the way CPAP is. Now let's talk about, going over the comments, guys. Let's talk about all the new people in the spot market, right? There you go, Gear Grabber. It goes up and down every year, and everyone starts crying about it. Oh man, it's right. You know, you gotta look. When I was at Landstar 3 years ago, the rates were the lowest that they had seen in a long time since 2008. Okay. Hey Donnie, what's up? Now, and okay, see, what do you mean by low rates? I was seeing loads coming out of Laredo for $1.30 a mile before Landstar's cut. You were lucky to get $1 a mile out of Denver, $1 a mile out of Florida, and this was normal. This was like just known, okay? And I still made it work because you got to keep your costs low. But what I wanted to address is that there's a lot of new people that joined the spot market in the last 300 days, okay? And I was talking to an owner of another independent company similar to Like Trucking, but not Like Trucking. And that's legit. I mean, it was another company, and I don't want to say their name. But he was telling me about how he has drivers that are freaking out because they're not getting the $3 or $4 a mile freight that they heard everybody was getting. Gear Grabber says he's still getting 3. But you're having to work a little bit harder for it, right, Mr. Grabber? So that's why they call it the spot market. Hey, Next Gen. The spot market goes up and down, just like the stock market. It goes up and down, up and down, up and down. Now, for those of you at the Big Orange, you're seeing probably rates on an increase, okay? And what's happened is Schneider has been able to negotiate some good rates. So you guys, and the fuel surcharge is up, I believe. like Pale Rider. Say that 5 times fast. And yeah, it's a roller coaster ride. You're right, Sergeant Ringo. And you got to prepare yourself for the good times and for the bad times. You know, and it's funny because when you look at the Facebook posts, you see like people just freaking out, and then you got other people that are like Gear Grabber, they're like, well, I'm still doing pretty good. I'm still getting this much mile. I'm still getting my rates, you know, and all this stuff, right? That's where business relations come in. That's where knowing your area comes in. That's where the brokers that you did a favor for now have to do a favor for you when times get tight. And that's why business relationships are important now. Part of it is attitude, okay? Right, Sergeant Ringo, right there. Capitalize when you're getting great rates and save for when you don't. As long as you're above your cost and you know your numbers, you're good. You know, people's like, well, if you take a cheap rate, you're only helping the rates, blah, blah, blah. It depends on how you look at it, because there's always going to be someone that's going to take it way cheaper than you, always. So it's a matter of smoozing the broker. You got to have your leverage, okay? This is the number one thing of how you make money on the spot market. You got to have leverage. Now, I'm not an expert, and I'm not sitting there like, I know the spot market. You know, I'm not doing that. I'm telling you my observation, okay? You have to have leverage. If you post your truck and they call you, there's your leverage. If it's a weekend, there's your leverage. If it's a holiday, there's your leverage. If that freight is sitting on a dock for too long and it needs to move and it's hot, that's your leverage. If you don't have any leverage, then you will not get anywhere. With the brokers. That's the simplest I can put it. If you don't have any leverage, you will not get anything out of the brokers. Plain and simple. That requires you to say no. That requires you to stand your ground. That requires you to be patient. You can't sit there and look at the low board for 20 minutes and then be done. You can't do that. And you can't have this sense of urgency, because that's when you make bad decisions. Like, for example, I'm still looking for a load. I looked on the DAP board. I've bid on a couple of things via email, but a lot of the brokers have gone home. And tomorrow morning my clock will be running, so I'll feel this sense of urgency that I gotta move. Because I don't want to spend all weekend in Michigan. Because I doubt Gear Grabber and Jeff will want to come see me if I'm hanging out in Michigan. So, I'm just kidding. But if you don't have any leverage, you're not going to get anywhere. So you got to find the broker where you got some leverage. You know, even if like, hey, you know, remember when things were $4 a mile and I did my stuff for you for $2.50? It's time to give me $2.50 now, you know. I might do that, Burger. I might do that. So you have to prepare for times like this. And I've already been through this kind of stuff. And knowing your numbers is important, you know. What's wrong with the airlines, Burger? So, if you have the mindset, here's another thing, okay? Hey, Pappy, what's up, man? The clamp broke? Okay. Man, I've got a single clamp sitting here right in my door here that came with the original lines. If you have the attitude that, I'll send you a picture of it, Burger. It's out of reach right now. Like, you guys don't want to see the crack of my butt bending over again. I honestly think the relationships don't matter anymore. It's a nice, hopeful sentiment, but I really don't think they matter. I think they do, Big Rich. Because here's a good one. So the load I took for the 4th of July out of Springfield, she quoted me a number $400 less than what I was wanting. Okay? And because she wants me in the lane, because she knows I do a good job, she brought up the numbers, and she sends me an email at least 4 or 5 times a day of everything in the nation that she has, hoping that I'll take some. And when I call her, she knows that I have standards, that I'm not going to do it super cheap, but she knows that I will do a good job, and she's never had issues with me. You know, same thing with this company here. You know, they've helped me and I've helped them. So, James G just got a load home for $4 a mile. So the money is out there, you just got to dig for it, you know. Jeff says 567 a mile load. And so, and that's not what this video is about. This video is not about me crying about the rates. I'm just telling you that everybody's crying about the rates. And there is a natural downswing, but the money's there. It's not like it disappeared. But if you find that freight that needs to move, that's your leverage. And like I said, it takes a little bit of patience. Now, if you go with the mindset that all brokers are crooks, they're all scumbags, we hate them, they're the enemy, rah, 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 then I think you're going to have a harder time. So, Jeff says, I love these rates. So, you know, that's why I came up here. Hey, remember when you guys worked for Schneider averaging $1.20 a mile? Just saying, I love rates. Right. And you know, you know, Gear Grabber, you know, Jeff will probably tell you my numbers of what I used to run for a Schneider. And my cost per mile is nowhere even near of what I was running for Schneider. And I'm still 30 to 60% higher than what I was making there. So, you go where the rates are. Right. Well, that's why I'm up here, Jeff. That's why I'm up here. So, Burger. Yeah, Burger. We're making more money than the Schneider guys. But you have to take the good with the bad. You can't listen to social media completely, because as Jeff has pointed out, that, you know, we've got guys making $3 to $5 a mile right now. So that's a good point, Mr. Berger. That's a high rate per mile on short loads. I was offered $4.37 on a short hop over Atlanta, but it's about what that payout and time invested. Says Big Rich. CPAP says, someday I will get rid of this high Schneider finance truck, but I got to get it fixed first. CPAP, I have a bone to pick with you. You ready, CPAP? You have a very competitive nature, okay? And when you're doing well in some areas, you like to brag about that, okay? Now, you just said it. You said, I'm dumb, okay? When you're not doing well in an area, or you feel like everybody's judging you for having that Schneider finance truck, then you down yourself. You put yourself down. That's not, don't do that. You guys hate it when I do that. You guys hate it when I say, oh, I'm an idiot, blah, blah, blah. Well, don't do that yourself. Everybody runs their business a different way. The Snyder Finance Truck was your way of getting into this business. There's nothing wrong with that. If you're making the money you need, the money you want, and you're happy with the company you're at, then the other stuff doesn't matter. There was a friendly little rivalry between Harold and James, and it wasn't a big deal. They don't obsess over it. And so the competitive nature, we've all got that, okay? but don't put yourself down, CPAP. You know, just do what you do, and don't sit there and think that everybody's judging you because you got a Snyder Finance Truck, or that you're at a certain company, or any of this stuff. Don't do that to yourself, you know? Burger completes you, Roscoe? I'm not sure what's going on. 10-4, some are crooks, not all. You just got to be careful what you say and do no matter what. Even if you're trying to accommodate the customer, just learned a valuable lesson 2 days ago, cost me layover. That's true, Alamo. Tomorrow there's a Holly, Michigan, 60K for 425 if anyone is near there. You talk Holly or Holland? Yeah, Gear Grabber says, Burger, there's a spot for you right now, so come on. And he's not too far from Michigan, right? Yep. Burger, Gear Grabber says, Burger, I got your contract in my hand. Jeff just told me he can have a trailer for you tomorrow. And if I know Burger if I know Jeff and Scott, guess what? They'll have your ELD installed by noon. You'll be good to go. Right, Burger says everyone needs to stay in check and everything will be okay. Right. This back and forth, like, you know, there's this issue of the interest rate, right? Jeff put out a very informative video last night explaining the regulations and where you can look up the regulations yourself. And that should answer any questions about whether you can or can't run certain states interstate. It's very simple, but yet people are drawing it out. Jeff is just replying to what's being said out there with other videos from other people, and that's fine. But Jeff pretty much did the mic drop last night, you know, and you know, in my opinion on the whole Pennsylvania thing, if you have any questions of whether you need a permit and you don't believe the website and you don't believe what Jeff said, just drive up to any DOT cop in Pennsylvania and ask him. Go into the weigh station and ask him, hey, can I do this? And they'll tell you. It's a simple answer. So there's such animosity with everything in trucking, and Facebook is a great evidence of that. You know, I did this weird thing, right? Check this out. You guys remember this stuff? Let's see here. You guys remember these things? Magazines. Remember these? So I'm thumbing through, and it's got all the hot topics you see on Facebook, right? Okay. Driver shortage is a myth. ELD exemptions. You know what's funny about this magazine? Is I could read the article, and there's no like 100 comments telling me that the article sucks or the article's right on, or that you're all a bunch of idiots, or I'm the greatest person ever. It's just a magazine article. And there it is. It was so refreshing to read this without being like tainted by all the negative comments and negative crap. Dude, slow down. Yeah. So I'm too nice, drop the mic, I just write it out and hope they understand, right? Joe Jordan, Big Rich said that. Joe Jordan, what's up? Check this out. So I was talking to one of our contractors, right? And Snyder called him and said, hey, have you ever thought about Snyder? I think I got that call too once. And he had to like respectfully tell him that he's already been there. I'm not dogging Snyder, it's just kind of funny when a company recruits you that you just quit a couple of months ago and they didn't even realize it. Donnie Loop says, I'm just a guy trying to make a buck. That's all we are. Lord of Snow, I'm still waiting for my orange clipboard. Mr. Burger, I dropped that orange clipboard and it broke. So it is no longer in existence that I know of. If I have it, it's up in the catch-all pile of crap that's up on my top bunk. Little Viking Coach, what's up? Stuff that rabbit back in there and get it to Michigan. Now, Burger's got to feel pretty good. Here's why. When you have a company that is extremely interested in him coming over and bending over backwards to get him to come over, that's called job security, my friends, right? Jason Perry says, I seen a bad wreck right in front of me today. I called for help. See one person, real bad shape, kind of puts life in perspective. YouTube crap is unnecessary. I hear you, Jason. You know, it's, you know, like all the big YouTubers, we'll just leave it at that. All the stuff that goes around them, it's kind of mind-blowing how many people just are into it too much, you know, as far as like we're overly concerned about what one person's doing. There are whole YouTube channels dedicated to the hatred of other channels. That blows my mind. Okay, Big Rich, people let it go, get to the heads, whether it's compliments, few good weeks, subscriber count, everyone's in their own worlds, so from their own complexes. Pappy says that's the problem. If you bend over frontwards, he'll be right there. Oh, man. Godfather knows clock is ticking. Guys that like trucking are always helpful in a lot of ways. Yeah, I talked to our newest contractor today. Asked him if he needed any help, if he had any questions, or just had some windshield time to give me a call. That's how we roll. Save the drama for your mama. Says Spooby. Oops, sorry guys. Spooky. Don't call Spooby spooky. Wish that sun would go down. Not quite there yet. I'm gonna enjoy the low temperatures tonight. There, that's the light. But anyways, if you're having trouble getting the rates up, you know, adjust, be patient. The sky is not falling. You'll be all right. It happens. It's the nature of the beast. It's the way it works. It's the world. And you know, listen to the guys that are still getting the $3 and $4 and $5 mile freight. What the hell is that arm sticking out of your steering wheel? What are you talking about? This thing? That burger? Oh, my phone's about to overheat. Right, that right there? That is a clamp. Here, I'll show you. That is the clamp that I use to clamp this thing, because these T680s, these slope down. And I learned this from Trucker Who, aka Dump Truck Bob. And when he had a 680, he clipped everything. Like, that's how my GoPro's mounted. I do have that Velcroed. I have those Velcroed. But that was easy just to do a clamp. Now, the problem with this Garmin is this piece here that connects, it has a connector right there, okay? And that connector got broken because I'm kind of a dumbass. So I've had it taped, and I got something kind of crammed in there. The power keeps going out, and you can't just plug a regular plug-in in the back because it doesn't work like that. So, and this thing is like 5 years, 6 years old, something like that. It's lasted me through a lot. It's got all my favorites in it, so I'm not anxious to replace it. So I've been kind of messing with it. So, Snorlord, stop it. When am I supposed to stop? Derek, what's up? So if that's what you were talking about, you know, we can Casper legs. Bruno, what's up? Tight knit over here, love it. Didn't he just tell us not to? Good old Harold interrupted my call.
US Express. Get a $10,000 sign-on bonus
bag.
that pays out $5,000 in just 6 months. Apply now and get the first $500 on your first look.
No, that was Harold. Someone text Harold, and if he wants to be live on YouTube, he can call my other line. We're all gonna die. All right, Gear Grabber says, if you have a tractor with your own plate, if you need a trailer, we can get you one if you qualify. Go to LikeTrucking.com and fill out an app. So there you go, guys. Like Trucking. Like Trucking has made it a little bit easier for you to come over. Oh, this thing right here, Burger, is my my max mount. That's what that is, if that's what you're asking. Yeah, that's my max mount. See? Well, that's the bottom thing that holds the phone right there. Safety at LikeTrucking.com. Right. Safety at LikeTrucking.com. Before, you had to have your own trailer, your truck and plate, which is not an easy task. But Like Trucking is making it easier. We're gonna close the door here. We're gonna start up the truck and start up the air.
It was reported on US 23 and 27 minutes
Alrighty. Let's turn the air up. Yep. Turn that on. Nice and cool in here. So, to get hired on, you have to pass an interview with Reginald. There you go. Trucker Eric, what's up? I went to a show once. Do I qualify? Spooby, I don't know. Did that show give you a truck or plate? Harold doesn't subscribe to me. That's why he called me. He didn't realize I was live. He didn't click the bell. Now you're just getting weird, Spooby. But yeah, Like Trucking has made it easier. So, don't have a trailer, don't fret. It's got the last park in the J. This is Trucker Eric. think I'm still gonna block that sun. Have I ever eaten at Who Hot Magnolia Grill? Yes, TJ. Is that where you got sick? Oh, there's Gear Grabber. Hold on. Let's see if this works. Okay, you're live on YouTube.
All they gotta do is go to linktrucking.com, click on the app, and tell the app out right there.
Hold on, Scott. Let me plug you into the truck
No problem.
so they can hear you better. Okay.
They go to linktrucking.com and click on the apply button, application button.
There you go. You guys hear that? Can you guys hear
All
that?
right. We got Jeff on the line with us now, but all they got to do is go to linktrucking.com, click on the app button, and fill out the app right there.
There you go. So click on the link, click on the app button, and you're good to go. So you guys gonna come visit me since I'm in your neck of the woods?
Hey man, I'm out here making the cheddar.
Cheddar?
Yeah, I ain't got time to visit, man. I gotta make. You gotta turn your what's that, Jeff? You gotta turn your live feed off there, Gear Grabber. I've already got my live feed turned off, man.
Where's that noise coming from then?
I don't know. I've got mine. I've got mine muted. Starlord, what's up, baby? Jeff didn't even know he was live, man.
Oh, yeah, Jeff, we're live on YouTube.
Okay, now we gotta watch what we say about Jeff. And now we're all three live.
All right, what's YouTube? I don't know what that is.
Yeah. So,
But yeah, we're making it a little bit easier, man. If you know, if you got your truck and your plate, but you don't have a trailer, if you qualify, we can get you a trailer. So that'll make it easier for some of the guys out there.
yeah, that's a good thing, because I know that sometimes the trailer can be a challenge, especially if they're behind on building them.
Yeah.
You know, and not everybody has a power-only opportunity like a couple of us have. So yeah, that's a good deal, man. That's a good deal. I've been telling people too. I've been trying to talk to Burger just as much as you guys. You know how he is, man.
Yeah, Burger, do you hear that? We're hiring now.
Burger is asking if Reginald is hireable, as long as he's got a passport, right?
Listen, if you come over, we'll bring Reginald on at the same time. And we might even bring Dan on.
Dan, Reginald, and Burger. Man.
And I'm going to make that promise without even asking Jeff.
There you go.
So there you go. All three of us can come out at one time.
All in the family, as God said. Jeff's back texting on the live feed. He says that we got to just hang in there a few more weeks.
Alright, we'll hang in there.
Well, you know,
Contract's here when you're ready.
We'll save you a spot, because I know that could be a challenge for some companies too. So, you know, we're not going to save a spot and then say we can't hire you. You know, so, but
It'll be good.
it'll be good. It'll be good. And his pink 680 will fit right in. Go Team Kenworth. You know, he's got that pink 680. So, you know. So.
What was the hell's going on here?
Speaking of the
What is
Reginald.
this?
Reginald, you got Snowerlord and we're live on YouTube.
Reginald?
You got
You're
Gear
going
Grabber.
to the store. Thank you. Oh, boy, hell. I get myself in the background before that go going. Oh, boy, hell. It's so confusing, you know. We don't have that over here in England.
Hey, Reginald, I thought CPAP didn't like you.
You got what now?
I thought
I
CPAP
heard
didn't
something
like
about some sort of work problem.
I think he said CPAP doesn't like you.
Oh, no, hell. Well, it must have been a connection issue because I could have sworn I heard something about some type of warts. No, that's not true. You know, I had a little conversation earlier at the scene. Good conversation, although it's a little bit of a cheap wanker. He wouldn't buy my dinner, but I digress.
Man, that's sad. Maybe CPAP should feel the same if he didn't buy Reginald dinner. I mean...
Well, some songs, well, you know what, it precedes the fence, I didn't quite think you realized I was going to get raped on, hanger clamps, So, that's what happened today,
Man, he didn't buy those for you either?
Grabber, I've got a little bit of a question for you, since Godson and, what's that other guy with the turban? That guy, I don't like him very much, but either way, they all told me that a little bit later on next week you'll come into the Keystone. Is that true? Something like some sort of falls.
Well, you never know where I'm going to be.
Yeah, Reginald,
Godson.
Reginald, the light trucking guys really want you over here. However, they're not willing to take that step that you really need them for, right?
That big good Reginald likes he likes to eat dirt over there called pocket stick.
Oh, go hell. You know what? No. I like Spotted Harry, not Spotted Dick. Now, sometimes, listen to this, gents and ladies, sometimes when you get a little bit saucy, you want to just Spotted Harry Dick. Oh, glory hell. That's a little bit risque for the Lord of Snores channel, It's a family show. I'll retract that statement, It
was. Yeah, we try to keep it PG-13,
Well, I didn't swear.
Or like PG of Gremlins. Remember that movie Gremlins? Did you ever see that movie Gremlins there in England? There, Reginald?
Gremlins. Oh, right there. That's the one with the little weirdos in the pod.
Yep.
Sometimes, I don't know if I'm going to reveal a little bit of a secret here about the Lord of Snore. Sometimes if you beat the Lord of Snore after midnight, it feels a little bit mental.
I'm mental all the time, man. What are you talking about?
The Gremlins, wait a minute. They're not supposed to eat after midnight, or you're not supposed to get them wet, or something like that. I don't remember.
No,
it's 3 a.m. in England.
If I'm eating and I'm wet after midnight, there's other things going on.
Oh, bloody hell. Lord of Snore. You don't say who's up a whole can of Spotted Dick with that one. Oh, bloody hell.
Oh, shit. Well,
Reginald, you got old Pappy there. He tells you to keep it between the mustard and the mayo.
What was mustard? Smear it on someone, what?
Sergeant Ringo says
old Pappy there.
Hey, Reggie.
Pappy was getting onto the Godson a little bit earlier. Something about bending down in front, Godson doesn't swing that way, We're close, but we're not that close,
Well, we were kind of wondering because he drives a pink truck and he's always talking about burger balls. So,
Well, Well, all I can say about the balls, well, they're served warm and with some little bit of sauce on, sauce and balls. That's a very good delicacy they use.
Oh, is that kind of like mutton?
I heard
go ahead, Jeff.
I heard someone called Dan the Fan had a wanker.
Oh, I've heard that too.
I heard the same thing.
Yeah.
I heard that.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, man, he's a little bit of what a character, Now, the Sam is a little bit weird, but his cousin, Stan, the man of Sam Cameron, well, he's a little bit weird too. two Sandmen and a British person. It's kind of a weird combination, don't you think?
Yep.
There's definitely something weird about it.
Big Eddie says, I'm all about giving people opportunity, and there was a lot of bacon on that plate, and I couldn't eat it all. Good deal, Big Eddie. Let's everybody congratulate Big Eddie. He expanded his operation that was announced on Instagram and Facebook today. So congrats to him. So, but anyways, is Dan around? I'd like to talk to Dan.
Well, yeah, I've got to make that happen for you, but we seem to have a little bit of trouble opening up the microwave, you know.
Man, I don't know, man. Maybe I'll just delete this live feed and no one will ever benefit because Dan can show up to bless it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people can't take to Reginald, you know.
Yeah, we like Reginald. Reginald's a cool dude. Sergeant Ringo said he spent 3 years at the Royal Air Force and he was in England there. So, you know, maybe...
I wasn't there, you know, I was watching that big screen. You know, I've got to take she's a little bit of a demanding little wanker, you know. What song I've got to put her down the road sticks? Always trying to tell me what to do, you know. What's me to just... Oh, almost went X-rated there. You know, I can't do that. It's not a family show, you know.
Did you ever mess with the Royal Guard, you know, where they have to sit still? And did you ever, like, make funny faces or make them laugh or anything like that?
Well, you know what it's for. Apparently, you've been living under a rock or something, you know, because I am a Royal Guard. Yeah, that's what I do.
Oh.
That's what I do.
I do live under a rock.
What the hell have you been doing?
I'm uninformed, so you know how it is. So.
I think a lot of school needs a little bit of a someone needs to bring up to speed on what Reginald's doing here.
Oh, Reginald, CPAP really don't like you, does he? He said, screw Reginald. I'm buying Dan the Sandman breakfast in the morning if I can get him out of the microwave.
Oh, God, hell. What's that thing? That sounds hot, that little CPAP machine. Still need to come over there and almost went X-rated again. Go to the store, requesting permission to swear.
No. Big Yeti, you're welcome.
Bad word, you know, just a little minor word. Well, you know what? There might be children watching. I'll keep it PG.
Hey,
we'll just keep it Shrek level, you know.
I have a question for you, Reginald. What does mutton taste like?
What does what?
Mutton.
Who?
Mutton. M-U-T-T-O-N.
I don't know what the hell you're saying. I've got echoes everywhere.
M-U-T-T-O-N.
M-2-T-O-N? What the hell is that?
Uh-oh. Now who's living under a rock? Reginald doesn't know about mutton? Isn't that like an awesome thing in England that you English eat?
I don't even know what the hell you're talking about, you know.
Dan probably knows what I'm talking about.
No. Dan knows nothing, you know. That wanker, you know what he likes to do? He's so stupid that, you know, when Godson lets him out of the microwave, you know what he likes to do? He likes to get one of those wicked bastards, you know, and he likes to get one of those stupid little recorders, and he blows in that damn thing, waiting for a snake to come out, but guess what? You've got to put a goddamn, sorry, sorry. You've got to put a snake in there to get a snake to come out. That's what he does. He expects a snake to come out of there, and there's nothing in there. What a moron.
Mutton is aged lamb. Like, in other words, you're eating a baby sheep.
What about baked clams?
Reginald, your connection from England is not very good.
Well, you know, it's because I've got a little bit of an echo going on, and it sounds like you're on a tube.
Well, I am. I'm in this big metal container that has wheels on it. What else do you expect?
Well, yeah, actually, Lord of Snore, I'm in a similar container.
Yeah, it's pink, right? Pink?
No, not pink. It's hot pink. Yeah, right.
Hot pink?
Hot pink with a spot of big polka dots.
Oh, man. Ah, you're missing a live feed, Reginald. Everybody's talking cool things about you. And TJ says Carl from the hit movie Sling Blade wants to chime in.
What about a Sling Blade? No, that's not how I kill my victims.
Pappy says muttons are what you wear in the wintertime to keep your hands warm. And Jeff just bought me a coffee.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, so Jeff's going to give me money for your appearance. That's pretty awesome. So, I think Jeff's going to give me like $5 if you have Dan show up. So, I appreciate it because I need all the money I can get. I just bought steer tires.
Well, yeah, man, I hate to inform you, but the Sandman, you know, well, it's like 6 a.m. 3 a.m. in the Turban, man. You know, San Domingo's got its own little bit of time zone over there, so you know. It's as big as Antarctica, you know, but it's got its own time zone. The Sandman's asleep, you know. I'll tell you what, if you hold on a minute, I'll see if I can find him. Hold on, he might answer the phone if I call him.
Okay.
Open the microwave, you'll find him.
I didn't realize Jeff was still on.
All right, then. Hold on. Who the bloody hell am I looking for here? I don't remember. I'm so many damn people in my head, I don't know who the bloody hell I'm supposed to be looking for. Oh, right. That's San Dominican guy. All right.
Might be in the basement.
Hold on. Hello, my friend. It's a damn descendant government. I heard that you would pick a thing for me, no?
Yeah, Dan, how's it going, man?
Well, you know, man, it's a little bit hot. You know, Burger left me in the truck today. He went and had to got some balls with the CPAP machine. You know, but he left me in the truck. Forgot to turn on APU. Now I'm really sweltering underneath this turbine. Man, it stinks under this damn thing.
Well, he wanted you to feel right at home out there in the desert.
No, Mr. Grabber, I am not in the desert, you know. I relocated from the desert to San Domingo. San Domingo is somewhere between Antarctica and South Africa. That is all I can tell you.
South Africa? That sounds
I got
like...
a question for you, Dan.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, what is the question?
You know, over here we hang funky dice from our mirrors on our cars. Do you hang burger balls on your camel?
Well, you know, it's a funny story about that, Mr. Godfather. You know, sometimes, one time I tried to pierce a hole in one of my camels and to hang something to his hump with the carabiner, you know. But they hit the wrong damn hump and all the camel piece came sporting out. It was not pretty blitzer, so we do not pierce the camels anymore to hang trinkets.
Pierce the camels. That's that's cruel. That's not funny. I can't believe I laughed at that. Gosh. Piercing camels. That's
It's
just
not
wrong.
like the camels feel any pain. They're just stupid animals with big tongues.
Did they ever spit?
What?
Did they ever?
So you have to be compliant.
Do they ever spit on you?
Well, there is a funny story about that, Mr. Ludasnor. But,
Oh, we lost the call. We lost the call, guys. We lost the call. What a shame. What a shame. All right, guys. We're going to end this live feed. Thank you for watching. Thank you for putting up with all the goofiness. Thank you for the super chat, guys. Big Eddie, congratulations. I was glad that a couple of us could help you out. And, you know, feel free to call me just to chat if you got some windshield time, if you're not too busy. And you know, go to Like Trucking, go to safety@liketrucking.com and put in your application, because we are hiring. Well, we're looking for contractors. That's the better term. So, you guys take it easy, and don't believe the sky is falling, because it's really not. It's just part of the game, and you know, that's it. So, you guys take it easy, and thanks for watching.